Hello and welcome back to the Ironman challenge. Now when we left off, we were stacking our ironworks in Ravidin with a whole bunch of raw iron. And this is what has been churned out. Now, you can see here, it quite clearly gives us a pretty significant revenue stream from Ravidin itself. But the thing is if you think about it, I don't think it's actually worth it. And I gotta say, I'm actually kind of disappointed because I thought to myself, whoa, this is gonna be a really, really cool thing for us to do because it's gonna enable us to have, you know, basically the same level of, money from an ironworks as we get from a dyeworks. And that's true, yes. But just look at how much cash I'm getting for it. I'm getting 546. Yeah, that's pretty bad because, let's face it, I buy iron from this guy. Hasn't restored itself just yet, as you can see, but I buy iron from Kuro for about 120 to 180. Then that's basically the spread of the prices in Kuro at the moment for raw iron. And if I buy 4 of those, that's 400 already. So then I give that to my ironworks in Ravidin, and well, it then turns out not so good, because then we just gained about 500 profit, which I've already spent, and more, by the way, because there were about 9 pieces of iron in Ravidin, and that didn't work out so well. So the only thing that I could say that might make more sense is if I put the raw iron in the inventory there, because of course we've placed it there, and then I tell the ironworks to stop selling the end results, if you know what I mean. And then from there, maybe we can do something ourselves, so that, we can actually sell the tools ourselves or something like that. That might actually make a little bit more sense. But anyway, I am just going to be standing here right next to our friends from the Vagias, because who knows, there might be a Kurgit vassal that will appear at some point, and we might be able to intercept them. But well, we'll see. Speak of the devil, hello there. Oh, this is kind of interesting. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be able to catch what's actually going on there. How is this guy? How did he get by? How did he sneak by me right there? Did you see that? What a sneaky guy. I am really surprised. Okay, I have no idea how he was able to do that. I thought I clicked on him. Oh, he seems to be doing some weird stuff. Maybe I can get him. Do you think I can get him? I don't know. Not sure if I can. Yeah, some people in our party also get kind of annoyed when I fail tasks and things. Ooh. Okay, here we go. This is going to be a big fight. This is going to be a really, really big fight. As you can see, huge amounts of vassals. Go in. Go, 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 go. Yes. Okay. Everyone get in there. Nizar, go away. Thank you. What are you doing, Boyard Doru? You need to go in there and help your friends. Okay, that's kind of bad. Okay, I'm not entirely sure why he didn't go in there at that exact moment. He would have made all the difference to them actually being successful in their attack. But apparently, wow, now they're just running in suicidally. That is not very good at all. As you can see, they're just absolutely getting murdered. Oh my, well, this is not good. This is certainly not good. I was hopeful that we would be able to maybe pick off a couple of the Kurgit Khanate vassals in the area. And yeah, I might very well be able to, but as it stands right now, you can see here that there are basically none available for that kind of attack. Ooh, this guy might. We might be able to, yeah, okay. I think we can probably get this guy. Let's have a look at his composition first. He has 19 Kurgit Lancers. Yeah. That's, that is not exactly great. Let's just say that. So we're going to try it. And he's got 11 veteran horse archers as well. Please don't run away to, he's running away to Ikima, isn't he? Maybe he'll come over when that guy, look at this. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfect. Absolutely amazing. Oh, I can't get involved with this at the moment. That is so unfortunate. Okay, wait a minute. I've got to be really careful now And Nizara's going to continue bugging me now as well, isn't he? Okay, so let's just wait until they're done with this. I've got to get really close. There we go. Now let's see. Everyone has leveled up apart from this Manhunter. There we go. All right. Let's head in. There we go. Okay, now... Whoa, this guy's actually the Lord of Ikimar? I'm actually really surprised because he has such a small army. Okay, well... Let's do it. 73 against the enemy's 43. I don't know whether we're going to be able to do this, but we're going to try our hardest. Our renown value reward for this battle is 7, which I think is pretty decent. And our battle advantage, thanks to Artimena, is decent too. I'm actually kind of surprised. All right, let's get my archers back here. Yeah, I'm not used to fighting the Khanate yet. They tend to charge in very, very fast, as you can see. Thankfully, my infantry did get there in time, so they were able to stop most of the charge in its tracks, which is really good. And now I will attempt to try and take out as many of these enemies as I can without getting murdered myself. Thankfully, the Lancers do tend to use scimitars quite a bit, so you don't really need to worry about them potentially murdering you with a lance. I think some of them do come with lances, but I haven't really seen one just yet. And do bear in mind that this is probably the first of many battles against the Khanate, unless we see a peace declaration or something like that. But yeah, there we go. Let's get some more of those guys taken prisoner. Thank you very much. Let's see if we can get a couple more. That would be good. That would be very good. Can I get this guy? No, I could take him off his horse, but I don't know whether I can get him. Ah, unfortunate. I think he actually did get... I think he did get knocked unconscious by a slave hunter, so I think that's pretty good. But yeah, there you go. Anyway, we did lose 3, which is really not even that bad. And these are my stats, or settings. Why do I keep saying stats? I don't know, but there you go. These are my settings. Just the same as always, and we didn't do too badly. Not bad at all. Kind of good. I'm not going to say I was surprised, because I'm basically only taking fights that I think I can relatively easily win at this point. And if I do get a little bit overconfident, then who knows? Maybe we'll attack something that's a little bit more powerful. But there you go. Oh, hello there. Okay, so this guy actually does have a decent personality, as you can quite clearly see right here. He says, "Stop, I yield." So I will be letting him go. And yeah, there you go. That is confirmed by this particular sentence here. All right, so we gained some honor. We can rescue some step bandits. I don't really want to rescue the step bandits, so I am just literally going to take everything else. And wow, look at that. Full prisoner hold. That is really nice. Well, almost full. That's really cool. And then we'll be able to sell them for a lot of monies. A lot of monies. Okay, so how are we currently doing with our health in terms of how many units got eliminated and knocked out and so on and so forth? Not actually even that much. A couple of Rodoks, a couple of Nord warriors, not too bad. I think that's actually pretty good. So what we're going to do is I'm going to level up Alayan here. Going to level up his Iron Flesh once again. And we're just going to continue getting him strength. I think he's got 15 strength now, hasn't he? So it's probably a good idea for me to level up his charisma now, so we can start getting him ready to be a vassal. He has really good stats in that regard anyway. And Clethy probably wants to use a crossbow. Even though she does have Power Throw 3, I feel like a crossbow is going to be just so much more effective in sieges and indeed long drawn-out battles. So I'm going to need to get her to 10 strength to be able to use a siege crossbow. So I'm going to continue leveling her strength now. And what else do we want to level her with? Well, leveling her trainer skill is probably going to be the next thing that I will be doing. I kind of want to get her something else. I kind of want to get her Iron Flesh or something, but I feel like trainer is probably going to be more useful because trainer skill does stack. If you didn't know, trainer skill does stack even though most other things do not. So for example, if you had, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 companions with 10 trainer, which is quite exaggerated, of course. But if you have all of those with 10 trainer, each and every one of their trainer skills is taken into account when calculating experience gain per day for your army. Now, the difference is with this and other party skills or personal skills in this case, because personal skills, trainer skill is technically a personal skill, and it doesn't really, it basically means that no other person, like for example, no other personal skill will give you anything that benefits your party. So for example, Weapon Master or Power Strike, Iron Flash doesn't really do anything to help you. Leader skills, on the other hand, a little bit different there as well. Party skills, however, as you can see, wound treatment, surgery, first aid, and so on and so forth. But personal skills usually don't give anything, whereas trainer is a little bit unique in that way, where it's going to benefit every single person, and it's going to give you 100% of the bonus no matter what. Where surgery is concerned, and wound treatment and first aid respectively as well, is that if you, as the medic, let's say your character is the medic and you have 10 surgery or something, and there are a couple of other companions that also have surgery, a little bit of it at least, they will also contribute some of that skill to your own skill, if you know what I mean. So basically, it won't give you the same amount of benefit as if that companion was to have, 10 trainer or something, and you having 10 trainer. And if you have 10 surgery and that companion has 10 surgery, it's not going to give you the same thing. The maximum that I am aware you can get with surgery, wound treatment, first aid, etc., and engineering is +4. So theoretically, you can have 14 in every single party skill if it works that way with everything else as well. I know that it does work with surgery, wound treatment, first aid, engineer, but I don't know about the other things like, tracking or, tracking or spotting. I think it does work with spotting and all those other things too. But let's face it, who is going to spec 10 in tracking? I don't know. But anyway, the point is that what you're then able to do is, especially with surgery, because you have 4% chance, and you also have a base chance of, I think it's 25% for a unit not to die and to be knocked unconscious. So even if you have 0 surgery, you're going to be able to have some units survive even in the most basic of battles. And you can get a maximum bonus from surgery of about, I think it is 81%. So basically 81% of the time your unit will not suffer a fatal blow. But I don't know how accurate that really is, because I've experienced many battles in Warband, and I've had some pretty decent surgery skill in those times, and I have always found that units end up dying no matter what you do, really, whether you have 2 in surgery or 10 or 14 or whatever. Alright, so it's probably time that we leave enemy territory now, because, well, we're pretty banged up a little bit, and we got not too many units that are capable of fighting right now. We have quite a few unconscious. My companions are not doing too well either. Deshavi is specifically one that is eliminated pretty badly, and she is our Pathfinder, so it's not very good that she is like that. But anyway, hopefully we'll be able to head back into Khanate territory relatively soon, and hopefully Lezelit will level up, because personally I really want to get him some wound treatment. And I'm gonna welcome back Nizar now, and then we'll tell him that he's gonna have to leave. I know someone actually said that I should take his horse, so maybe if I see him again I'll take his horse. I just remembered about that now, my bad, but it's all right, because we kind of know what's going on. We're fine with that. Now, there's a huge amount of tools here, as you can see, because, of course, the Ironworks is producing tools. And I don't really know whether I should take them and just sell them myself. I mean, that might make sense. Maybe I can assess the local prices real quick before we go into the tournament here. I would like to go into the tournament here, if at all possible. And let's have a look. Buying tools here and selling at Valuka. 33 dinars per item. That's really not that good. Right? It's really not that good, so not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do about that, but otherwise I was hoping to find a ransom broker here. Unfortunately, no ransom broker, but you can see, as we take a look around the map, that Swadia has cut a path right through the Khanate. They have taken Halmar and Nara extremely quickly, and it seems like the Rodox are taking a little bit of a piece out of the Saranids. And what else is going on here? Well, not much. The Khanate has expanded a little bit northways. I mean, we already knew that, but pretty interesting to see that nevertheless. Ah, now look at this. We have found a ransom broker. Fantastic. Very good. Okay, so that means that I will be able to sell. Look at this. Okay, so veteran horse archers sell for 160 per one, and Kojit lancers sell for 181. Very nice indeed. And then we can just sell the rest for a decent price as well. There we go. Okay, so we almost have enough for another Weavery and Dye Works. I'm going to hopefully be able to get a Weavery and Dye Works in Wercheg. Wercheg is going to be the place that I'm going to aim to get that enterprise up and running. And otherwise, I think what we have to do is we have to get into some battles. We've got to get into some bigger battles here and there. And hopefully we'll be able to utilize our forces much better as we go forward. Now, I'm going to just restructure our units a little bit here. We're going to just make sure that we have our infantry and cavalry entering first. And then our archers, Rodok sergeants, we probably want to have down there as well. There we go. Okay, that seems pretty good. Let's put the slave crushers down there too. And the slave drivers as well. There we are. All right, that looks pretty good. So now let's go back into Kojit territory, because you can no doubt tell that they are very busy indeed. They're actually getting a little bit overwhelmed, in my opinion. So I think this is probably the best time to head in and see what we can do. So let's see. It seems like this... oh, Nara has no longer under siege. That is a bit problematic. I actually thought that we might have an opportunity there, because most of the vassals will be in that territory trying to do something. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to wait here and see if this Tansu guy will come out of here. I don't know whether he will. He's got 39 now. We've got to keep an eye on his numbers, because if he all of a sudden has, I don't know, 80... then we might have some difficulties. Okay, who's that? Oh, no, it's one of ours. That's fine. Bear in mind that these guys are going to restore themselves extremely fast because of campaign AI. So, yeah, he's got 56 now. He might see fit to attack us. He might decide that he wants to come out and say hi. Oh, look at this. Ah, okay. Wait a minute. I jumped a bit on the conclusion to our ironworks. I'm not entirely sure how many pieces of iron they use every single week. That is a thing that I need to work out, because I have not found anything about that in terms of documentation. So I'm going to need to do some personal testing on that, because as you can see, look at this, 588. If they use 2, 3, maybe 4 iron every single time per week, this is definitely sustainable, because we have so far now gained about 1,100 dinars from an ironworks, which is kind of crazy, you know. That's pretty good, you know. So I think that could definitely be a sustainable way of making some cash. So it's definitely something to think about, and pretty nice. Okay, I actually thought that they used all of the iron at once to give us that lump sum, but that is indeed not the case. So I'm happy with this. I'm very happy. Okay, so Swadia's coming over here. They might actually besiege Kudan. And if they do that... Yep, they are doing that. Right, okay. Well, that is unfortunate. I very, very badly did not want them to do that, to be honest. Okay, so let's just go over here, see if we can get these guys into a battle, because there's 64 of them. This is going to be pretty decent for a little bit of extra renown boost, and see what we can do about it, because let's face it, I mean, if we can't get into a battle with some Kojits or whatever, then we'll just have to do it the old-fashioned way and just fight a big band of bandits, you know, and we'll see what we can do with them. Thankfully, they're not going to be too difficult, and we can just roam around the snowy wasteland and do a lot of damage with all of our cavalry. As you can see, we've got 16 cavalry in the battle this time in comparison to the 8 or something that we had before, because I have restructured our army. And that's a very important point that I want to make as well. So for those of you that are kind of new to Warband, you really do want to make it a priority to try and make sure that every single unit that you want to see in the battle first is towards the top of your army, because that's basically how it's done. You know, if you have unit that you really want to have there. You know, let's say you're playing a Star Wars mod and you have Darth Vader as a companion or something, and you want Darth Vader to go in first, because let's face it, you certainly want him on your side, and he's currently at the bottom of your list. You're probably not going to get him in the battle in the first round, and that's exactly why you need to move, you know, Mr. Vader all the way to the top, or as high as you would like. But basically, you're gonna know at the time how big your army is that you're going to be getting into the battle. So let's say you have 150 units, and you have Darth Vader all the way at the bottom. Or if you move him into the first, probably top 50. If you move him into the top 50 with a default battle size of 150, because that's what it is right now, as you can see right there, that's what we got. So if you move him into the top 50, or any unit into the top 50, then they will most likely be put into the first round, and that's exactly what you want. Anyway, there's another 20 Taiga bandits. What an insane amount of prisoners we were able to take, thanks to my slave crushers, slave drivers, slave hunters. All those guys were able to take so many prisoners for us. That's really, really cool. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty nice, actually, the ironworks. It seems to be working really, really well for us. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go over here, and 1 iron? Are you serious? Come on. Are you? Okay, well, it's not particularly good, is it? No. Okay, 1 iron. Unfortunate that they're only giving us 1 iron, to be honest, but there's not much more I could do about it, to be honest. I mean, you know, just going to have to roll with it, and hopefully they'll get some more. But now we can go in here and actually see how many has been consumed. Oh, they only do 2? Okay, this is actually really profitable. Really, really profitable. Wow. Cool. I like it. Yeah, thanks again for the tip in the comments. That was really good. I actually thought that they used all my iron at once, which would have been an absolute travesty and would have given me the least money ever. But no, they don't. They actually give me much more than I expected. So that's really, really cool. Okay. So what we're going to do now is, now that Dashavi has 4 in power draw, she can actually use a much better bow. So let's just give her the Kurjit bow for the moment. I will be getting her a war bow as soon as I can. But, of course, at the moment, I don't think I have the opportunity to do it. Gonna renew my bond with Yaraglek for another month. We seem to be doing all right with the Vagiers for the moment, so I'm thinking we'll just stay with him, and that will be all good. So we're gonna do a little bit of saving of this village here as well. It's very close by, and I'm gonna be heading heading over to Wurcheg anyway, so it's not really a big deal. And we're just gonna tell everyone to charge in. Should we tell everyone to charge in? Actually, you know what? We're not gonna tell everyone to charge in, because I kind of want to let the bandits use the village as kind of a bottleneck kind of thing, if you understand what I mean. Because if you place your units like this, and then you put your cavalry off to the side, and you tell them to charge in, and we put our... How many archers do I have? 4. Well, that's not very good, is it? Yeah, it's not very good. But thankfully the bandits are mainly, from what I can tell, mainly using blunt weapons, I think, some of the time. So that's pretty decent. And bear in mind, we won't be able to take any of these prisoners, so that is indeed an issue as well. But it's pretty easy to deal with the bandits once they thin themselves out by them running through the village. That is indeed the issue with bandits, you know, doing these village raids and things. Because if you hold position, you may be losing a whole bunch of offensive capability from your cavalry, but if you hold position, it's just going to draw all of the bandits away from their friends, pretty much. And any one of them that is on a mount, you're going to be able to single them out really, really quickly, take them down. And if you have a slightly less powerful army than I do right now, so let's say you don't have any man-at-arms or any slave crushers or any cavalry whatsoever, you're still going to be able to win in these kinds of situations, because you will have, you know, strategy and tactics on your side. So you'll be able to eliminate the strongest units first, and then the weaker units of the bandit party will be behind them, and they won't even be doing damage because they'll be so far away. So it's a pretty cool way of doing it. Anyway, we did complete that, which is nice. And I'm going to continue onward. Was that an enemy? Did I see an enemy right there? Wait a minute. Where are they? Do you think I can catch them? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it. Okay, well, should be a little bit more eagle-eyed in the future, I think. That would probably make sense. But otherwise, let's go to Sargoth first, because you never know when there'll be a ransom broker. So, oh, yeah, maybe a ransom broker here. That might make sense. Okay, so look at this. Swadia is absolutely murdering everything in this game so far. And, well, that generally tends to happen one way or another. Either way, it is usually Swadia getting absolutely murdered from all sides because they are generally picked on quite a bit by everyone. Or they just absolutely destroy everyone in sight. So there you go. Taiga Bandits, look at that. 2,000 just from that. That is just insane. Okay, so we're going to move onward. Does Sargoth have iron? It does, but it's much more expensive. So we won't be able to make any kind of profit there. But let's go on to Wurchek. Let's go on to Wurchek and buy my Weavery and Dye Works. Or whatever it may be. Maybe there's going to be something a little bit better there. Because I know that maybe a tannery is going to be pretty decent. But yeah, look at this. This is what has changed now. I'm actually kind of surprised that no one has decided to strike at the Swadians in any way, and the Nords seem to be really quiet. I don't know what's happening with the Nords. They seem to be very, very passive indeed. Oh, it seems like there was a feast going on here. Well, what are we, Swadians? Are you serious? Anyway, Wurchek only has 97 units. Wow. In the garrison. That's actually kind of amazing. Anyway, let's go and take a walk around the streets. Guildmaster's going to be nice and easy to find as well. It's just right up here. Alright, so let's have a look-see. Weaver and Dye Works. It's going to give me 536. I'll take it, sure. I'm not going to do any perusing. I feel like 536 is a pretty decent amount for what we want for it. And salt, wow. Salt is literally 76 right here. That is crazy. That is crazy good value. All right, going to be taking that. Thanks very much. I guess we'll go down to Sargoth and just sell it real quick. But, oh no. I thought we were actually at war with the Nords still. Oh, yeah. Getting confused now because there are just so many different things going on. You know, it's just like, oh, we're at war with the Kurgits, we're at war with the Nords. No, we're not actually at war with any of those at the moment. So I guess that's pretty decent. But anyway, yeah, now we can sell the salt for a decent little profit. And we still have a nice amount of cash. Look at this. We've got 3,200. Is there a warbow here? Yes, there is, but it is bent. So I will not be buying it. But maybe there is a large bag of bodkin arrows. A large bag of bodkin arrows is probably going to be the best that we can get, but it doesn't seem like that is actually here. Oh well, never mind. Okay, so we're actually not doing too badly, but I would definitely say that we need to do a little bit more to get into battles with stronger vassals, because if we can beat these vassals, we're going to get between maybe 10 renown to about 25 renown. If we take the right battles. If we take the right battles, then we're going to get some really good rewards for it. As you can see, I have 277 renown at the moment and 20 honor, which is not exactly great, but we have 57 right to rule. 57, look at that. That's just absolutely crazy. So we are more than ready to create our own faction if that time comes, but we are not ready in the form of me just having an extremely small army. So farming some renown is going to be really important, and also getting more leadership is going to be important too. Because even though foreign leadership gives me a pretty decent amount of extra capacity, we probably need a little bit more to push us over, you know, get us to about, you know, 90 or so units, and then we'll probably have a very nice, small elite fighting force. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.